Thank you very much for making a date on the marketplace today. Of course, it's a Monday, so we will be taking you to the stock market to bring updates of how the stock market has been faring and an outlook for the week. Let's go on to our very first story now. The Ghana Revenue Authority and Korea Customs Service have signed a memorandum of understanding to modernize and digitize Ghana's customs management service. Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Emmanuel Kofinti, says the signing serves as a significant milestone between Ghana Customs and their Korean counterpart, and noted that it will help increase surveillance and capacity building to mobilize more revenue for development.
Innovation and technology has always been a top agenda of the Ghanaian government. I'm sure that there are various measures which Korea Customs Service has applied, and this led to significant improvements in revenue collection and GRA which to tap in order to shore up our revenue mobilization. Our priority is to improve revenue mobilization by building capacity of staff, increase surveillance, and strengthen international ties. Achieving all these require learning from other institutions for benchmarking and best practices, and I know that our colleagues from the Korea Customs Division will be more willing to assist us. I'm very pleased to witness the commitment of the Korean Customs Service, who are working towards establishing a closer collaboration and ties to leverage on each other's strength. I believe such collaboration is both timely and relevant. I'm also confident that this international partnership will drive a new wave of world-class developments in Ghana's revenue mobilization.
Meanwhile, the Korean ambassador to Ghana, Kim Sung-soo, stated that the collaboration will aid the Ghana Beyond Aid agenda of government, as the method is widely recognized as an efficient system globally.
I think first of all, this is I introduced already in my remarks. This is the world famous efficient system for custom-related administration. So it is also the IT system. So we can get more improve the efficiency and transparency in custom-related administration. We have already the experience operating this system, so we can get more the benefit if we introduce this system. I think right now it is on the stage of the test operation, so we can get some we can find any disadvantage or some problems in advance before we implementing this system in August this year. So we can find everything in advance. That could be helpful to introducing this system in August.
All right, so the Ghana Link Network Services with its Korean partner Korea Customs are to implement the UniPass. The UniPass system will include a clearance management system, a cargo management system, an information management system, and an administration system. Let's still stay within the ports area and revenues, because the Takoradi Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority fell short in revenue collection by some 28.3% in 2018. This has been attributed to high level of exemptions granted to about 57% of the total cash and freight imports in 2018. There's more in this report.
A total of 622,267,183 Ghana cedis out of a revenue collection target of 867,090,000 Ghana cedis was realized. This represents about 28.23% shortfall for the year under review. Sector Commander for the Customs Division in Takoradi, Francis Talongo, mentioned that the shortfall is attributable to high level of exemption granted over the period. In 2018, about 57% of the total CIF of imports were exempted. The sector commander highlighted that the differential in freight charges for cargo coming to Takoradi as against Tema Port was also a contributing factor to the revenue shortfall.
In 2018, about 57% of our total CIF of imports through Takoradi were exempted from payment of taxes. Most of the items that came under the exemption included oil well equipment and then mining equipment. Another factor that went against the achievement of the target was due to differentials in freight charges for cargo coming to Takoradi as against that of Tema Port. Average freight charges in Tema Port is about $800 to $1,000 per container, while that of Takoradi Port is about $1,800. Therefore, importers prefer Tema Port to Takoradi.
He's, however, optimistic that, despite the challenges in 2018, the Customs Division of Takoradi would be able to meet its target of 895,470,000 in 2019.
The turnaround time in Tema is higher than in Takoradi. Also, because of the port expansion works in Takoradi, most vessels could not berth at Takoradi until the completion of the expansion works. Now, the target for the Customs Division Takoradi collection for 2019 is 895,470,000 Ghana cedis. However, we are more than determined to surmount the challenges and press for the achievement of the target for 2019. Strategies deployed and put in place to achieve the target include, among others, the following. 1. To improve controls of the bonded warehouses and free zone companies to ensure compliance.
For Joy Business, in Athalia Kwanza, Western Region.
Let's turn our attention to aviation business now, and Ghana's civil aviation sector has been ranked #1 in aviation safety oversight in Africa. The Civil Aviation Authority scored 89.89% in an oversight audit carried out by the International Civil Aviation Organization. The rating comes after a 9-day on-site inspection by a team of experts from the International Civil Aviation Organization since its last audit in 2006. Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, Simon Alote, told Joy Business, although the results are provisional, in any case, passenger safety remains a priority for the regulator.
The on-site activity audit by the International Civil Aviation Organization assessed Ghana's safety oversight system on all 8 ICAO critical elements, including primary aviation legislation, state operating regulations, state civil aviation system and safety oversight functions, and technical personnel qualification and training. Speaking to Joy Business, the Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, Simon Alote, said Ghana scoring high on all requirements is an indication that safety in its aviation sector remains a priority.
They give Ghana a high ranking of 89.89%. It's a provisional ranking because this course will have to be validated at the headquarters in ICAO. But that ranking of 89.89% puts Ghana as #1 in terms of safety compliance in Africa. In other words, Ghana effective implementation of the 8 critical elements of a state's oversight system is 89.89%, nearly 90%, which is ahead of all other African states. And what it means is that the state, Republic of Ghana, has set up a robust civil aviation system which will ensure adequate level of safety on the part of all operators, be it the airline, the airports company, and any other agency within the civil aviation system. So this should give Ghanaians, the traveling public, confidence that for operations in and out of Ghana, we are doing our job very well and their safety and security are assured.
On his part, the Minister for Aviation, Kofi Adda, said Ghana ranking top in aviation safety will go a long way to attract more investors to the sector.
The findings that will result in the ranking of the country say the whole story about the operations of the aviation sector in the nation. The findings also serve to sell the nation globally as to what level of confidence people should have in what we do. the vision of the president to make Ghana the aviation hub in the sub-region, and the hard work that's been undertaken by the airport company and the Civil Aviation Authority and the ministry tells us that if we're going to be ranked highly, all the investment that's coming in and all the support that we're going to get from other investors from outside means that this sector is going to grow bigger and bigger, and the benefits will come to all players of the nation.
Other critical elements that were validated include technical guidance, tools and the provision of safety critical information, licensing, certification, authorization and approval obligations, surveillance obligations, and resolution of safety concerns. For Joy Business, Sheila Tamaklu.
So live on the marketplace, let's turn our attention now to some developments in the financial world. The Bank of Ghana has announced it will issue upgraded banknotes into circulation on May 6, 2019. These upgraded banknotes will come with a number of enhanced security features, which according to the regulator are in line with the changing technological landscape. The upgrade is also meant to improve the durability and machine readability of the notes. This is not a replacement of the notes, but only an upgrade of the existing notes. Joining me in the studio for some more insight into these developments is Philip Namfuri, our in-house researcher, to tell us more. Philip, you're welcome to the market.
Thank you very much, Mr. Boaji.
All right, so before we even proceed to the various security features, why is it so necessary that the central bank occasionally come in to upgrade notes?
Mano, as part of the developments in the financial system, it's very important that your currency is robust and strong, particularly against counterfeiting, because there are always people looking to make a quick buck, to make a quick CD, trying to duplicate what the central bank or a monetary authority does with regards to issuance of currencies. And in our country, for example, the Bank of Ghana is vested under the Bank Act as amended, or the Bank of Ghana Act as amended, Section 35, to issue and redeem currency notes. So this falls within their jurisdiction. Occasionally, you will see them coming up with measures to improve the features on our currency.
Do we have a particular period for which, you know, the Bank of Ghana would have to introduce or enhance these features?
Okay, it all depends on them. They will study the market and they will ensure that the market needs this at this time or doesn't. And maybe if they pick wind of some counterfeiting somewhere, then I'm sure they might do that. But occasionally, it's good that they monitor and make sure that our currency notes, coins are robust and protected against counterfeits.
All right. Now, quickly walk us through some of these enhanced features that we're looking at.
Okay, thank you very much. So if you look at their release they brought this morning, there's one they call optically variable magnetic image or spark life. And I brought with me a number of notes. And it's very important. This one says there is a shiny color changing image of the cowrie shell in the 10, 20, and then the 50 Ghana cedi notes. So if you look at the 10 notes, there's a portion at the bottom here where there's a little box. That's going to be replaced with a cowrie. Then if you look at the 20 Ghana notes, that's going to be replaced with a star, so right around this portion. And if you look at the 50 Ghana cedi notes, that's going to be replaced with a cocoa pod. So these are three new distinct features on the 10, 20, and 50 Ghana cedi notes. Other features also come on the other ones, such as the 1 Ghana cedi, the 2 Ghana cedis, and the 5 Ghana cedis. For example, if you look here, new enhanced security thread, rapid. It's a shiny broken line with movement that runs through the banknote from the top to the bottom. And this is exactly what they're talking about right here. So they're going to enhance this line that comes from the top of the note right down here. This is also going to be enhanced on all the 6 notes. Then we also have a prominent watermark, and that's the image of Tetakwashe with a cocoa pod, which has been made more noticeable in the plain star area of the banknote. It becomes visible on both sides when viewed against light. The denomination value can also be seen in the watermark area. So if I take up my 5 Ghana cedi notes and I hold it up against the light, you can see Tetakwashe in here with a cocoa pod. But if you look at the commemorative 5 Ghana cedi note, it's a bit different. That has James Kweji Agri on it. That's different from what we are using here when it comes to the main 5 Ghana cedi notes. So these are some of the features that we're going to be seeing on the Ghana cedi notes, the 6 of them. 1 Ghana, 2, 5, 10, 20, and 50. And to note, it's not a replacement of what we have. They are upgrades on features. So we'll have these in co-circulation with what the Bank of Ghana will release on 6th May 2019.
And does it mean that after a while, these older notes will be withdrawn from the market?
I'm sure with with time, just as we saw with the redomination, we saw that the old Ghana cedi phased out quietly. We should see only the new ones after a period of time being in circulation, which will have the enhanced features as the Bank of Ghana is touting.
Many thanks for your time, Philip Namfuri, bringing us up to speed with the Bank of Ghana's decision to introduce enhanced features, security features, of course, on some denominations on the various features of the bank notes. So on the marketplace, let's go on to the stock market now and have a recap of what the activities of the stock market, the Ghana Stock Exchange, has been like or has fared over the past week, and also get an outlook for the week. Joining me via Skype is Edem Oku from Databank Research to help us with this review. Okay, all right. So Edem, you're welcome to the marketplace. Could you tell us how the market fared last week and what is going to be the outlook for this week?
Right. So at the end of last week, we had about 3.37 million Ghana cedis worth of shares trading on the Ghana Stock Exchange, which was about 156% increase from the week before. We've seen 15 trades and 6 price changes. Most notable among them was Well, which lost 8 pesos worth to 2 cedis 43 pesos. GCB Bank, which lost 6 pesos worth to 3 cedis 94 pesos. Ecobank Ghana, which lost 3 pesos to 8 Ghana, and Ecobank Transnational, which lost 1 Ghana peso to 14 Ghana peso. The Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index worsened its year-to-date loss negative 4.97%, whereas the DSI 20 Index, which measures the top 20 stocks of the Ghana Stock Exchange, also worsened its weekly loss to negative 5.86%.
Well, now let's look at the outlook. What are these particular stocks that investors should be looking out this week, and what other interesting developments do you have for us?
Now, looking at the bids and offers on the market, we're looking at GCB Bank Institute General to lose some pesos on the market due to some sell-side pressures still remain on the market. The likely gainer for the week may be MTN Ghana.
Okay. Now, tell us about the currencies, the cedi against the other major trading currencies. How are they faring?
Well, the cedi against the major trading currencies, the cedi has remained broadly stable against the major trading currencies. On the interbank market, where banks trade amongst themselves, the Ghana cedi has been at 5 cedis and 9 pesos worth against the US, at 6 cedis and 62 pesos worth against the pound, and at 5 cedis 71 pesos worth against the euro.
So it means we still have a fairly appreciable level of the cedi against the dollar. Is this going to sail through the week before the week ends?
Yeah, well, we are giving more room to the cedi appreciation. Looking at how we now have strong FX position and improving FX liquidity on the market.
Now, tell us that the first quarter of the year is here. How has generally the market fared for the first quarter?
Well, this quarter hasn't really been good for the market. We've seen about 21 trades in the market, about 9 gainers and 13 laggers. The market has down about negative 4.58% against 30.51% Q1 20. We've seen about 9.4 million shares, which were valued about 39.48 million Ghana market, which is about 61% decline year on year.
Are we going to see any improvements, in the next quarter?
Yes. We are looking at MTN improving on the market going forward.
All right, many thanks for your time. Edem Oku is a research analyst from Data Bank. Now, let's move on to other stories now. Canoe fishermen and players in the country's upstream oil and gas industry have agreed to adopt a safe sea access framework in their respective activities by adhering strictly to safety and good environmental practices for increased productivity. The stakeholders at the second national workshop on the Safe Sea Access Framework held in Takoradi adopted the recommendations in the framework for a more integrated impact management. Correspondent Natalia Kwansa sat through the workshop and now reports.
The independent study, undertaken by the Center for Environment and Health Research and Training, focused on fishery and fishing decline, whale mortality, algal blooms, tar balls, general marine environmental conditions, and coastal socioeconomic conditions. The study was commissioned in 2014 by the Environmental Protection Agency with funding from the Jubilee Partners. Lead consultant of the Center for Environmental and Health Research and Training, Dr. Yao Amoyao said, after a broader consultation with stakeholders, thematic areas such as direct intervention for modernizing artisan fishing, educating, and regulatory provision on extending safety zones were agreed on for implementation. Head of local content at the Petroleum Commission, Kweku Boateng, said, the move is to have a peaceful coexistence between the fisher communities and operators in the oil and gas industry.
The framework has also provided opportunity for addressing some of the key challenges that our fishermen faces, including creating alternative livelihood for them and for their children. Today, we are, as part of the action points agreed, we are going to have a scholarship for fishermen, similar to the scholarship, Cocoa Scholarship. We are also going to ensure some social development programs, which will be supported by the oil and gas companies for our fishing folks to improve their livelihoods. And various agencies, including the GMA, the fishing commissions, will also ensure that some of the action points agreed here are implemented.
Some leaders in some fishing communities also share diverse views with Joy Business.
Issues with fisheries and oil and gas needs coexistence, and so I think this framework is going to address the impact that we are having in industry for coexistence to take its course, full course, and so we embrace the Safe Sea Access Framework.
Very important. It will allow the fishing industry to be disciplined. So sometimes the fishermen also need some laws to back it, to at least put certain things in its prospective way.
The Safe Sea Access Framework will become a priority project for the joint venture partners to find a sustainable solution for safety incursions and fishing conflicts. For Joy Business, in Athalia Kwanza, Western Region.
And that will be it for the marketplace today. But for those of you who missed out on the discussion on the Bank of Ghana's decision to introduce enhanced features onto some denominations on the 6th of May this year, you can have a look at these features, the newly introduced features, security features on the new currencies that are to be introduced on the market. These are some of the features. We have watermark, a new watermark level. We have some of them having cocoa port, and the new 20 CD feature, also having a star beneath, the 20 CD figure down there. And these are going to be introduced on the 6th of May. But as the Bank of Ghana has been saying, it is not a replacement, but it's going to run side by side until the older currencies eventually phase out of the market. Many thanks for your time on the marketplace today. Thank you so much. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji. We are let's meet again same time tomorrow. Have a good afternoon.